Now it's time for Hobo Reviews with Willie B.A. Hobo. Tonight's review, Role Models.
Oh my god, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life! I am the Minotaur of spoilers! There's these guys, played by Sean Scott and Paul Rudd, and they're spokespeople for a Minotaur energy drink. Because they have nothing else to do with their lives, mama. See, I could get a job like that if I weren't too lazy with reviewing movies, mama. Sean Scott's character plays the Minotaur. I am the Minotaur. Rah, rah. And Paul Rudd plays a douchebag, mama, who has like nothing to do with his life, mama. He absolutely hates it, mama. While Paul Rudd, Sean Scott is the complete opposite. Oh, I'm happy with my life. I love being a Minotaur. Rah! Until one day at school, well, before that, Paul Rudd's character goes out with Elizabeth Banks' character, and the two are happily together until opposites don't attract, because Paul Rudd is an asshole and Elizabeth Banks can't stand it. So the two break up. Paul Rudd tries to get back together with Elizabeth Banks while Elizabeth Banks is at work, mama, but it doesn't really work out, mama. So then he gets all riled up in this one school pep rally, ruining it. He gets his truck towed, and oh, by the way, the truck is in the form of a Minotaur. Ah! He escapes from the towing truck but slams into the statue, which is conveniently a horse, and it looked like the Minotaur is jerking off to the horse. Sorry, kiddies. I know this is adult graphic, mama. This gets the two of them 30 days in the slammer, mama. Unless they do 150 hours of community service, mama. In the form of gifted wings, mama. Or some kind of wings, mama. I know it's all about flying, and Jane Lynch's character is the leader of that gang. Which also has a Ned Flanders character, mama. Hi, niggerino. Ugly, man. They get paired up with a little buddy, and they have to be friends and whatnot, and do this for 150 hours in order to avoid 30 days in the slammer. 150 hours of community service as opposed to 30 days in jail. Tough choice, mama. Paul Rudd's little man is an actual Dorkosaurus. He's in the fantasy world of World of Warcraft, whatever that game of is, except it's not really his dad. It's Lair. Which I don't know why it's Lair. Whatever, mama. It's knights and royalty and all that wajamahoozy. And meanwhile, Sean Scott's little one is a nice version of, well, how should I put this? He's kind of a kid's version of Kevin Hart, mama. Kind of like that. And they all get along quite well. Sarcasm, of course. Because Paul Rudd absolutely despises anything that his little buddy does. Because that's not normal. It's a fantasy world. And he's in the real world experience, living 10 years of frustration and futility over a Minotaur advertising marketing deal. Something like that, Jimmy. Eventually, by the form of a camping trip, they get busted, except they get off the hook by the kids who rat him out scot-free. And this happens, no, seriously, with this, without any cause of change whatsoever, Paul Rudd's character's heart grew 3 sizes that day, and decided to fit in with his little one. And meanwhile, Sean Scott and his little one start to really get along until Sean Scott abandons him to do it with some blondie playing role teacher, mama. Hey, baby boy, didn't you do that last weekend, mama? Are you kidding? That's like every weekend for me. With guacamole. Yes. So then the little one runs all the way home to his mommy. And oh, by the way, she is not a nice mommy when you mess with him. And then Paul Rudd gets his character banned because, well, he claims he killed the king, except the king says, nope, I didn't get killed, I killed you. Paul Rudd gets into a fight with the king, and the king says, I banish thee from the kingdom. And thus, it appears the two are going to go into jail. Until Elizabeth Banks finds a way to
stall MMA for as long as she possibly can, MMA, except Paul Rudd finally comes to his senses over a dinner course. Because his little one's parents are a couple of douchebags, more douchey than Paul Rudd himself. And Paul Rudd finally gets it in his little head. Oh, now I see what's wrong with him. Now I get him. Now it all makes sense, Mama. So he decides to get everybody together to form a new clan in order to fight the king off in this lair battle for kingdom supremacy and to avoid the 30 days in the slammer. How does that work out? The little one actually triumphs over the king, except he's be armed and be stabbed by his soon-to-be queen. Because she wins the battle, and she makes him king, and everybody lives happily ever after, and then Paul Rudd sings Elizabeth Banks. Not good singing, mind you. And those two get back together, and everybody lives happily ever after. I, for one, love this movie because it's an absolute comedic genius of Sean William Scott because he's absolutely funny. And Paul Rudd basically makes his character awesome. He's a douchebag, but then his heart grows 3 sizes in the epic battle. Hey! What's my Stardust reaction, you twat? You copycat! Oh, hush, Commander Miss Andrews. It's not like anybody watches your reactions anyways. It's all about your reviews for you. This is Willie B.A. Hobo saying, mystical sword! You got a mystical sword! I come out of a girl, and come on, mystical sword! Come on! I want to fight the king and join my own clan and become a king myself,